this is Teresa. Hope you're doing well today. Today for Whip It Up Wednesday, I'm gonna do red beans and rice. Well, I'm actually gonna add sausage and ham hock, and it's a little bit of a Cajun dish if you choose it to be, but that's how we like to have it. I'm just gonna share with you my version, and I'd like to thank the ladies for including me in this collaboration or letting me join in. And let's get started with the slow cooker. So I have two types of beans. This pack has no MSG. It comes with a seasoning pack, but I'm not sure exactly what's in the seasoning pack. It's good, I've had it before, but I wanted to use these so I can season them myself and then show you which seasonings I like to use. And I'm also gonna use this brand of sausage. I like to have the pork and beef smoked sausage. You can choose any smoked sausage or andouille sausage. And then there's a ham hock in my sink, and I'll show you that in a second. Let me put you on the tripod. Start dumping everything in. I sprayed my slow cooker with olive oil spray. I don't really know if it helps, I just do it. But I rinsed my beans really well. I'm just gonna throw them in. I'm not exactly sure how long this is gonna take. This is about 3 big stalks of celery. You can use dehydrated, frozen. And then this is like 2 big onions. Or 1.5 big onions. I used some of it yesterday. I like to use the fresh vegetables in the beans. And then this is a bunch of garlic. It's about 5 cloves. Okay. I like to chop the garlic in advance and put it in my little jar. If I know I'm going to be using it in a couple of days, that way I don't have to peel it every single time. I really like to do that. If you'd like to see me how I prep, I can also include that in my videos. Just let me know down below. I'm going to start with 6 cups of water. I may have to add more. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to put more. I'm going to use the slow cook function on my Instant Pot. I think I'm going to add 2 more cups. So that'll be, excuse me. So that'll be 8 cups of water. I'm not going to season anything yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to put this, if it fits, this big ham hock in here. Oh, that's pretty full. I hope I didn't add too much water, but we'll find out. So I'm just going to put this lid on. And the sausage I made brown a little bit before I put it in the slow cooker. I'm not sure yet. I know I don't care for them to be on the in the Instant Pot. I don't like how they're too soft when you cook them in the Instant Pot, but the slow cooker, they're okay. So I'm just going to take my Instant Pot and put it on slow cook. I'm going to put it to 6 hours, and I have it on the high setting. And then I'll show you what it looks like in a couple hours. I just wanted to show you, it's been 2 hours. This is what it looks like. The Instant Pot gets pretty hot. You can see it bubbling a little bit. I haven't even stirred it. But that's what it looks like right now. We still have 2 more hours to go. I'll check back in. Okay, it's been 4 hours, and I took the ham bone out, and we're gonna trim the meat off of it. And this is, I might have added too much water, but I'm gonna let it cook for 2 more hours. This is what it looks like right now. The beans are swollen and they look cooked, but I'm not gonna season them yet. I'm gonna cut my sausage and probably add them in soon. And I'll show you the next step. Okay, it's been about, I think about 5 hours. And I had to put a lot of water because of that ham bone. So I may have to use my Instant Pot function of saute and simmer these a little bit, but even though it's watery, it's still going to taste delicious because we cooked that ham bone in here for hours. So at this stage, I'm going to start seasoning, and I'm going to put my the rest of my ham. My husband ate some. Oops. And this sausage, that 1 pound of sausage I showed you, the reshort smoked sausage. It's pork and beef. I'm going to put that in. Stir it around. It's pretty full. You can freeze this too. It freezes really well. We eat this with rice or cornbread or both. So now I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning. I'm not going to add a lot of salt because the ham had some salt in it. But start out more. I'm going to add a little bit of this. I always add this in my red beans. Not my lima beans, but my red beans. Because I got to make it Cajun a little bit. And you don't have to have this if you don't want it. So I added probably about a teaspoon. I'm going to add a little garlic powder. Even though I added fresh garlic, we like garlic a lot. That was probably about just a half a teaspoon. And I always add just a little bit. I don't have any fresh thyme, but I add a little bit, probably about a fourth of a teaspoon of thyme. It just gives it a really nice flavor. I'm gonna add a little onion powder. And a little fresh ground black pepper. You have to remember the Tony Chachere's does have red pepper in it, so you have to be careful not to season it too much, especially if you have kids eating it. My daughter she actually likes spicy food. She doesn't care for this though. She loves lima beans. And let's add just a little bit of kosher salt. Hope I'm not overdoing it. But when I saute it, put it on saute and boil it for a second, it'll get thicker. But I still have an hour left to go, so I'm gonna cook my sausage. And then we're gonna make some rice, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, my slow cooker's been on for 6 hours. So it's a little bit it's a little bit more liquidy than I like. If that's a word, I'm not really sure. I'm kind of tired. So I'm gonna push. It'll keep warm automatically, but I'm gonna push cancel, and then I'm gonna press saute and let it boil for just a second. And sometimes you can take about half a cup of beans and smash them and throw them back in, and it'll thicken it up for you. We like ours a little bit thicker. And I forgot to add my parsley. I always like to add parsley, and sometimes with green onions, but it might just be parsley today. They're gonna be really good. We have our rice cooked already. So I'll get these to boiling, and then I'll show you how they get thick. I brought it up to a boil or simmer, but I forgot to add a little bit of hot sauce. Probably about a teaspoon, because you don't want to make it too hot. So I'm just gonna let this simmer for a little while and reduce, and then I'll show you the end result. Okay, here's the finished result for my beans. They have a little bit more liquid than I like, but we kind of did that on purpose so we could cook that ham bone and get that extra flavor. So we don't mind if they're a little soupy. You know, if you want them thicker, you just add less water. But I was trying to cover the bone. So we're gonna do a taste test for you in just a minute. Now we're gonna taste it. I'm gonna get rice and beans, and I put some green onions on top. And there's ham in here. And the ham bone really made it have a delicious flavor. I've tasted it already. Where we live, or in our opinion, this is just complete comfort food. This is one of our favorite dishes, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And I really hope you enjoy the recipe. And the Whip It Up Wednesday, I'd like to thank Linda's Pantry, Sutton's Days, More to Life, William's Kitchen, and I think I'm forgetting one. I'm so sorry. But thanks to everybody and thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you enjoy these recipes.